But what is it like for you being able to empower your fellow artists at the same time, to give them a platform to showcase their talent, to boost up their streams, and give them the opportunity to be more relevant?
What's a blessing that you keep to yourself? What good is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to pass that thing on. You know what I'm saying? If I don't lift you up, when I'm down, there's nobody to lift me up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing. I got to get as many people that are worthy of the position to be elevated. I got to put them in that position, because it, in the same way that I can pull some people up, if we properly place these people in a position of power, they too will pull people up.
Facts. Trill Burgers Bun. I mean, we've watched it just grow into a flat-out phenomenon out here, man. What has this journey been like for you on the business side?
It's been amazing, man, because it's giving me a different type of passion. Like, I got to wake up in the morning, I got to answer emails, I got to answer text messages, I got to make phone calls. I got to, look at different people give me books to read every different week, right? Because there are different things that I'm learning that I'm not as prepared for as I was in the music business. Now, there are a lot of things that translate, right? But there are also some things that are very specific to what we're doing, what we're trying to build. And there are people that have been able to build these things before. So, my partner just had a meeting with Danny Meyer, the creator of Shake Shack. And I talked with the team over from, Bob's Hot Chicken and different people like that who have built these things from the ground up, scaled their business up to the point where they get that, 7-figure, 8-figure. Sometimes, if you like Dave's Hot Chicken, you get that 10-figure valuation.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? I believe this company has the potential for that, but we got to keep our arms wrapped around it and treat it like a baby. It's only 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? So we can't assume that everything's going to go like everything else. This is a very young business, so we got to be very careful, scale properly, but give us some time, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to where we're trying to get.
Being a businessman, is this something that you set out for just outside of music? Like, hey, man, I'm going to just create a business and go out here and just diversify my portfolio?
Well, it was something that needed to happen. You know what I'm saying? I stepped into a professional space ever since I started doing my solo albums and moving in that career. I had to take the lead to keep doors and opportunities open, not just for myself, but for Pimp and I. You know what I'm saying? So that when he came home from prison, we were still viable as artists. But once you get into that entrepreneur business mode, once you start really focusing on the money, I didn't really focus on that. We made good money. So as long as I had enough money to do what I wanted to do, I really wasn't tripping. But once I became a leader and other people's opportunities were built around me and the money that they were able to bring home to their family, I was responsible for that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to leave nobody behind. So I had to reprioritize some things and focus on things, because now I'm the leader, I'm the boss. So, not only do I need to be in a position, I got to keep my people in position or put people in position. You know what I'm saying? And so that's been my mentality since like '05. I really locked into that. And 20 years later, we've taken everything we've learned from business on the music side, figured out what translates to business just in general, where it's just about having a product properly presented, and it doesn't matter whether it's a album or a burger. You know what I'm saying? It's about the service. You know what I'm saying? That kind of a thing. Now I understand business a little bit better. So now the more I learn about business, I wonder do I have any of this in my skill set already? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I understand these things, or do I need to lock in and make sure I have a really good understanding of this? Because I can't assume that everybody has my best interests. Even my partners, I have great partners. You know what I'm saying? But they're reading things, they're learning things, they're making calls, they're understanding things more. So I want to understand everything that everybody else involved with my business knows, so I don't have to ask questions, and I don't want to be left behind.
What was the biggest aha moment you experienced in business so far?
Well, one, when I had to realize I didn't know what I thought I knew. Right? That was the thing. I didn't really understand everything I thought I understood, so I had to really lock in on that, specifically as a solo artist. Right? And then I think the idea of collaboration. right? You got to be willing to work with people, bring different people in, people that specialize in things that you don't specialize in. That way you don't leave customers out of what you're trying to produce for people. And that goes for food and music. We look at Way More Trill. We bring in a lot of different collaborators who bring different flavor. When you invite this person and that person, it kind of shifts the narrative of what you would normally do. And now you're all right, well, let's find out what I have and Akeem Ali have and 24 Hours have in common, and let's touch on that.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it makes the process easier, and you bring more people in, because now instead of just relying on my fan base, we get to bring 24 Hours fans in. We get to bring Akeem Ali fans in, La Russell fans, Ball and G. All of these people have viable fan bases. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it ain't no fun if my homies can't get
Come on now,
you know
come on now. Way More Trill, Corey Mo. I mean,
Yes,
every other week I'm looking on my Instagram and I'm seeing you pop up at Stankonia, okay?
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on in these sessions with all of this production that's going on in there, Corey?
Man, I'm just coming in there being creative. I hit up my boy Ray. Hey, man, what you doing? Pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sleeping them in there. We just instantly get to cooking, catching
What's the
the
vibe like in there with Organized Noise, Corey Mo?
Man, it's nothing like it, man.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it. Organized Noise, when I go to Stankonia, believe it or not, I feel like I'm back in Texas.
Whoa.
Out of all the studios I go to, when I go to Stankonia, it feel like I'm back at the crib.
Crazy.
Cause they all keeping it funky. They got them live funky bass lines. They pulling out the keys and the organs and the guitars, and they making it sound how it's supposed to sound up in that Stankonia, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, shout out to Organized Noise, Big, Dre, you know, Killer.
Exactly.
Everybody keeping it funky over there.
How did it impact y'all when Rico Wade passed, man?
It was rough. I had known Rico for many, many years. I remember I lived in Atlanta in '95 for a year, and I remember getting very close with Dre and Rick at that time and being invited over to the original dungeon, which was surreal because I had seen it on TV in the video, and now I'm literally walking through Miss Wade living room. You know what I'm saying? They playing. I wanted to say it's playing Madden on the TV, and then you go downstairs and like I remember the basement was like half done. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Red clay.
And the majority of the walls in there were like real Atlanta red clay. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of history in these walls, and it's impossible for these people in this room with this Georgia red clay around them and not represent their city the way they do. You know what I'm saying? And Rick was not just a great producer, but a great leader of men. Yeah. A great eye and ear for talent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He brought a lot of people to the heights of fame, to the heights of production, to the heights of their lyrical ability, and he never stopped being Rick. That's one thing about Rico Wade. If you saw him at any 2 points in his life, you saw the same man. Yeah. It don't matter if it was 17 or 37. It don't matter if it was 22 or 42. At whatever 2 points you saw him, he was the same brother. Yeah. You know, the same energy. Come on. And he always wanted to motivate you and energize you and uplift you and just, man, you could do it. Anytime you was around Rick, you could not be down on yourself. Yeah. You cannot be doubtful. You know what I'm saying? He would give you that confidence, because if Rico Wade didn't exude anything else, he exuded confidence.
Facts.